welcome. It's been some time. Welcome to another incredible episode of Lotus Rising. We're here with Outcastgoat in the house. How you feeling? Can you breathe under there? Oh, damn.
Wow.
He's alive.
Thank
Drinking
you.
that tea. That tea will help you stay alive. Right here.
Yeah, this is good tea. This is very sweet.
Immunity boosting. It's got some honey.
As a tea drinker, I approve.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's important to have tea in your life. I think it's like to have a balance and mental clarity of awakening and peace and calmness during this time. I think is more important
Agreed.
than any other time.
It's very remedial too. It just helps mentally.
And like, what have you done to stay mentally sane lately with all of this quarantine stuff going on?
Honestly, I can't really say I've been mentally sane, but to try and I guess to like hold on. I've just been drawing. I've been in my own world. I've just been relaxed, as we're doing right now. I just drink tea, draw, sleep, draw, and that was for a week. But afterwards, I think I'm about ready to just go out and advertise myself and work.
And what are your favorite things to draw when you do draw?
I love portraits. I'm a very portrait drawing person. I'm trying to get into traditional because I know, I basically draw what I intend to tattoo. I love portraits, but I know that my clients, I know most of my clients will be young people as yourself, or like other people.
Thank you.
And
I'm getting there, but I appreciate it.
Thank you. But so they're not gonna exactly want portraits. They're most likely gonna want like traditional tattoos, or like letterings, like what I have right here,
So what are some of the like traditional tattoos that people get?
Panther tattoo. There's a traditional panther tattoo. Those are classics. There's always the rose with the knife through it.
Oh yeah, American flags.
American flags.
The bald eagle.
The skulls, the bald eagles. Literally, those are literally the main ones.
The rosary with their grandmother's name in it. Yeah.
So I'm always trying to aim to more realistic, but again, it's always what the client wants.
Of course, yeah. And how long have you been a photographer? You do photography as well?
I also do photography. So photography is more like a hobby. I've been doing it since I was like, I guess, 2-3 years ago. At first it was a hobby, and I wasn't doing it of people. It was more like of scenery. Because in California, I'm from LA, obviously, as you can see.
Woo! Shout out to LA in the house. I'm headed to the West Coast. I miss you guys.
But yeah, so it was of scenery. I was mountainside, so I was able to see the whole city lights and so forth, the nightlife. Now, ever since I got here in Miami, I've been looking for a new income of money, so it's
difficult right now with the quarantine because nobody wants to leave their houses.
Wants to leave.
People are afraid that someone at their house has it, and you could tell them, I would just Clorox the floor, the whole house is clean. You could put every person on the phone. Nobody believes you right now. So it's like
they don't know you.
That's why the tension and the anxiety is up here right now, because it's like people are so terrified to get this so-called virus that it's like maybe they should do a little bit more research before they get so scared. But I think
I do agree.
Research. It's like we have to connect back to nature and outside too, because it's like we're putting ourselves in a prison mentally and physically if we're in our homes all day long. You know what I mean?
I understand social distancing, but
comes a point where it's
there comes a point, like it just comes down to just really taking care of yourself, hygienes.
Exactly.
Even without
I'm so glad to hear you say that.
Even without it, just keep a good hygiene. It's just simple.
Yeah. A little bit of lemon, ginger, a little bit of turmeric.
But
eat some vegetables. Eat some fruits and
stay healthy.
But
but the way it affected my business, like at first I actually was finding people, who wanted photo shooting. I was like perfect, I was starting to make deals. Coronavirus hit, nobody wants to go out.
Wow.
I'm barely managing to tattoo. I think I found a client that wants to, I might actually tattoo him today.
Oh, good.
So,
I'll be sending you good vibes towards that.
Yeah,
I hope it goes well.
Yeah, because honestly, tattoo artists, we're already specialized when it comes to cross-contaminations and etc.
Of course.
Of health, that's...
And you are licensed now.
Yeah, it's licensed. It's literally what you have to be licensed for.
Congratulations on your license.
Thank you, by the way. It's literally what you study on, etc.
And when did you become a designer? You design things like...
Honestly, I've designed since high school. I've always had this software called Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop. And at first, it just started off as drawings, whatever people would hit me up with, like, hey, can you design a tattoo I'd want? And this was before I would tattoo.
Oh, so that is before you even thought about being a tattoo artist.
No, I've actually wanted to be a tattoo artist my entire, since I was a baby, pretty much. I loved art.
You've always wanted to be a tattoo artist, so drawing is what inspired you to kind of push forth that.
My parents have tattoos, so I just look at it.
So it was an open thing in your house. It wasn't like, looked down upon like most people have dealt with that type of thing.
Now, it's kind of weird. Between my parents and my brothers, and probably my dad's side, it wasn't, but my mom's side, it is.
Yeah.
In general society...
Would you like a little bit more?
I would love a little bit more. Thank you. In general, society kind of looks down on tattoos. They see it as vulgar. They'll look down on it. It's like you can't get a job.
Yeah. No, that's so true.
So forth.
I even had that problem with my own grandfather, who, God rest his soul, who just passed away, recently, that I wouldn't go see him in the elderly home because not because I didn't love him or because I didn't miss him, because I felt the rejection of because I look a certain way. He was always asking me about my tattoos. Why did I have them? Why do I have this piercing? And it's like, I just want him to love me as the person that I am and not look at me as something that you see on my body. And what's interesting about tattoos, not to get off topic, but just to mention this, I was once speaking to a woman who we're having a great conversation, just talking about teas and healing and Lotus and the benefits. She seemed so intrigued by everything, and it was the moment that she noticed I took the towel off my leg that I had tattoos. Suddenly, all she cared about were why I had these tattoos and what it blew my mind away, because we were having the most peaceful and calm and nice conversation. I'm suddenly I'm looked at as this different evil person because I have writing that are so sacred and spiritual to me. When I tell these old people, usually old people, that I have these and why they're so spiritual, they don't really understand it, but sometimes the ones that are a little bit more open respect it more so. If you tell them this actually meant something to me. This is not just I put something on my body. And you have a tattoo on your arm.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I was meaning...
Here, I'll hold your tea.
Thank you.
Is there any way we can see it, or?
Possibly. You can probably barely see it. It's an angel.
Oh, it's an angel.
Yeah, it's
wow, and who did that one?
I did that myself.
You did that tattoo yourself?
Yeah, that's when I was first tattooing.
How did you do that on your own arm? You just took that hand, obviously.
I just took this hand, but honestly though, it was really, really hard. Doing things with one hand is a different kind of thing, but the moment I started it, I was kind of regretting starting it, and I was like, you know what?
That is so impressive that you did that on yourself. How long ago did you do that?
That was 3 years ago.
Wow. So do you feel you've improved a lot since then, your work? Or
yes. Honestly, the more experience you have, I want to say the easier it is, just the more you're able to do.
Yeah, and the more open that you're able to do things that you might say, I want you to do something horror, cartoon-wise. Some people are really good at doing cartoon and color, and depending on what style they like to do.
Correct. So it was,
what's your favorite type of style as far as tattooing?
Honestly, I want to go into realism. The most realistic tattoo I have is a wing, and that I did on my brother's a huge tattoo piece. You can look him at Instagram. It's Outcastgoat. My name is Jeremiah, but continuing back to the topic.
Yeah.
It was...
Welcome, Jeremiah. And Outcastgoat.
Oh, you already mentioned that from the beginning. Short-term memory.
No, it's okay.
So, continuing.
The Lotus will help with that, so don't worry.
Thank you. So, it's a huge wing tattoo I did on my brother. It took 4 hours, and it was... honestly the most proud tattoo I've ever did. You know.
Wow, and that's up on Outcastgoat on Instagram, so we can check that out.
Yeah, those are